Let's put our stickers together, shall we? Today I'm going to be using this sticker sheet that I got from StickiiClub 2 or 3 years ago. I think it's by Margot Tissot. I'm assuming that's how you say their name. And then I have Hobonichi Weeks size date covers from HelloHappinessCo in the colorway Snowflakes. And then I have blue and white music note washi tape that I got off of Etsy like 2 or 3 years ago. Okay, so hi. I haven't posted a video since the 24th of February. This is how that week turned out. I got a 48-hour stomach flu. I had one rest day and then my period started. So yeah, that's kind of what started it. And I'll flip through the other weeks in a minute. But yeah, I got the stomach flu. It was awful. I was in bed for 2 days, which I've never done that with getting sick before. It's normally like, I've only had like a 24-hour bug before. So dealt with that. Like I said, my period started, and I know not to film on at least the first day of my period because I tend to be very like, it's like I sound very sad and kind of depressed. So it's like, okay, we don't, or maybe it's just tired. I don't know, but I just like, I feel like emotionally I don't sound great, so I don't like filming around that time. I've had this washi tape, like I said, 3 or 4 years, and it's getting to be kind of, it's not like flat anymore. It's kind of bumpy, or kind of like wrinkled, I guess is maybe the word for it. So I need to get it used up this year. Okay, that's down. So yeah, was sick, and then March started, and March is not like a good month for me. It is the anniversary of like my dad passing away is in March. So I'll do that one. Trying to figure out where I need to put my above. Okay. Okay, we're gonna move my date covers down slightly, and then 13th. We're gonna do my date dots. Date dots are from a D-stash, but I think they're or something on Amazon. So yes, March is the month that has the anniversary of my dad passing away. So I don't know, last year it wasn't as hard, but I know my mom and I went out of town because it was really hard for her last year. And so I did like okay with it, but this year, and I kind of figured that this year would be harder than previous years because my dad passed away from stage 4 cancer when I was 16. And this year he's been gone for 16 years. So like, you know, he's been gone longer than I knew him. And I knew that was going to be like extra hard for me. So like as soon as like March started and I got somewhat recovered from my stomach bug and everything, I was I think it was depression, because it was like I was really sad, but it was like worse than before. it was just really hard. Like, especially getting out of bed was really hard. I just didn't want to, and like, I guess, so 6 months after my dad passed away, I got my Chihuahua Abby, and she passed away August of 24. And I think because I had her for 14 years, it was like, she was something that got me out of bed in the morning because she needed fed, or she just needed my attention in general. So, you know, she needed I needed to take care of her, and so that was motivation for me. And the first year without her, yeah, my mom and I went out of town to go be with family. Trying to figure out, I want to do more washi tape. Yeah, okay. We're going to do more washi tape to kind of divide off the bottom. Section for like trackers and stuff. And also, the anniversary of my dad passing away, my mom, my oldest brother, and myself flew down to Austin for my cousin's wedding. But that was also the same weekend as South by Southwest, which is the largest music festival. I think somebody said it was the largest music festival in the world, but I think somebody else said it was the largest in the US. So I don't know which one's right. I just know that it was a pain in the ass trying to get around in Austin. And like, that was my first time being there, and part of me is like, you know, if I don't go back, I think I'm okay with that. It was not fun. There was a group of us that went out to dinner at a restaurant called the Roaring Fork. And my mom had gotten an Airbnb, whereas everybody else got hotel rooms. But we thought we were going to be like, we thought there was going to be 5 of us. My one brother and his fiance was going to go, but she's like a nurse, and she recently got a new position at work. I don't have a washi tape to divide. That's fine. So because his fiance wasn't able to go, my brother decided not to go to the wedding. But there was also, him and his fiance were going to go. They had a dog sitter, but then she backed out last minute, so there was potential that would have been 5 adults and 2 like 60-pound dogs at this Airbnb. But then they ended up not going last minute. Nice. So I guess that was probably for the better, because the Airbnb was nice, but it was like you walked in and there's like the living room, and on the left is a little like eating nook, and then there's like a rectangle of a kitchen. It was not very large. We might, let's grab this one for my retainers. But when you went to the back of, I was looking for like a this week to do sticker, and I went in my blue section and I got distracted. Hold on. That's green. I think the important goes, so let's grab that one. we'll put this over here for like a this week section. Or this is going to be like a brain dump of to-do things that I want to get done. This will be retainers. And then we do trash day layer. This top section is for appointments. This middle section is to-do lists. And then we're going to do like a sidebar kind of thing down here. So going down to Austin, the flight we flew down, and it was nice that we could those are too green. Okay, let's just do the gray. Yeah, we were able to get like a direct flight to go down. Flying down wasn't a problem. Originally, we weren't going to, because we were flying down and it was only like a 2-day stay. Go with that tracker. I think this dark blue goes fairly well. We'll take that one. Okay. Oops. Stickers falling out. Go there. Ooh, it's a birthday week and I will need that, which means I need to go grab my white out. That's gonna go there. I've got tiny scissors somewhere right here. Oh, I was saying about the, yeah, my brain's all over the place. I'm sorry. I was saying about the Airbnb. So like when you walked in, living room, little kitchen or dining room kitchen area, there was a hallway with a bathroom and then like a guest bedroom and then like a main bedroom. And when you walked down the hallway, it like started to go down. Like the foundation was, I don't want to say crumbling, but I think it probably needed some piers. Because like you almost felt drunk going down the hallway. It was a very interesting experience. So had to be careful and make sure my mother stayed upright and didn't like fall over. Do I just do, I guess. I kind of want, I don't really have like short headed. Ooh. I got these guys. Yeah, maybe not. Yeah, I don't know. There's page flags. Do we do like, this laundry is definitely more purple than no. So yeah, we had to make sure that everybody stayed upright when walking around the house. So it's probably best that we didn't have 5 people in it. We only had 3 of us. feel like it's gonna be too long. Gonna trim it like that. Don't stick, please. Kind of center it. Does that look like it goes? Does it need to be down more? I'm sure this one will. I mean, you don't want it to be. I need to peel up my laundry. Let's put that down and then do that maybe. Sure. Leave a bit of a space and do that. Yeah, so we flew down to Austin. We got a rental car. Originally we were going to drive, but then when the oldest brother decided he was going, because he wasn't originally, he decided to he decided later on he wanted to. So we decided to fly. And we picked up a car, and the car was newer than what any of us drive. So it has all the Bluetooth syncing, you know, hook up your music and whatever. Which is fine, except for my brother, who gets car sick. And he's also ADD, and he decided once he got in the car, he hooked up my mom's phone, and it's like she didn't have Siri activated on her phone, so he had her go through the process of activating Siri, and then he had the map, like Google Maps, pop up, and so we could look on the screen as to where we were going. Well, apparently, for him, if there's like two different types of maps, that there's one that's like it's just the map and it has the car, and the car is the only thing that moves. And then there's another one where it's like the map, and it's like if you turn, then the whole map turns with you. It doesn't stay locked on north. It's just whatever direction you're going. And apparently the ones that move cause my brother to have like car sickness. So he got it all set up, and then we found out that that's what happens, and he immediately started having issues with it, which irritated me, because it's like, if you don't know how you're going to respond to everything being on the screen while you're driving, then don't touch it. Don't touch it. Like, what? I understand your ADD. There's a need to push buttons and to have all the fun gadgets and the bells and whistles and everything, but like, we're in Austin, Texas. We don't know where we're going. We have to get on the highway. It's a Friday during South by Southwest, and he's trying not to get sick, and it was just, I got very frustrated with him, and so we were able to like get off the highway, and I said, just turn it off. You figured out how to turn it on, so you can turn it off, and he did. And then I just kind of backseat co-piloted because somebody needed to give directions and he wasn't able to do it, and yeah. We finally got to the Airbnb, and I think we were there too early to check in. So we just we went to find like a Whataburger and get lunch. But I was just kind of like irritated the whole day, and it was like, it's the anniversary of, and it was like I just didn't need the extra hassle that he caused. But whatever. Anyway, so we made it through that. I need to go get my white out real quick. I'll be right back. Friday night we had dinner with the family, or part of the family, not anybody that was, not the part of the family that was having the wedding. It was like my cousins and some of my aunt and uncles, but let's do this one. But like the extras that had come into town. We went out to dinner. We went to, like I said, the Roaring Fork, and from the Roaring Fork to like our Airbnb was 3 miles, and it took us an hour to go those 3 miles because Roaring Fork is on 6th Street where they do South by Southwest. So yeah. Lots of frustration and irritation. The wedding was nice. It was beautiful. But everything else about the trip was kind of hell. That's kind of the nice way to put it. But yeah, it's over. I don't have to think about it anymore. My brother gets married. The middle brother gets married in June. So we're kind of, I don't know, we're not really doing anything for it. They're doing everything themselves, so I'm not in the wedding or anything. It's just, I just gotta show up. But I know there's going to be a lot of people staying at our house in June. A lot of out-of-town family. I don't know if I need to do anything else. But, yeah. So, like, the whole of March, my, like, dance, laundry. Yes, the whole of March, I just feel like my mental health took a nosedive into a dumpster fire. And it wasn't getting any better, and I just needed to give myself some time. I've been unemployed for about 3 years now, and I've been trying, I think I was using making YouTube videos as an excuse to not be as aggressive with looking for a job, and that wasn't good. So that was another thing. I was like, okay, we need to kind of step back from making the videos, work on resumes and getting things sent out and trying to find something. There was a girl that, like, my mom and I have known her for like 10 years now, and she has a business and she was looking to hire someone. So I emailed her and emailed her my resume, and she had like posted she was hiring on social media on Sunday. I emailed her my resume on Monday, and Tuesday she emailed back and said, hey, I'm already finishing up interviews, but you know, you can try again next time. And I was like, you just posted Sunday that you were hiring? So like, should I have gotten you my resume by Monday at noon? Because like, you didn't say, you just said, hey, email me your resume. So I don't know. I think I was kind of hurt by it, but I know I shouldn't be, because it's just hard for anybody to get a job right now. But I was a little hopeful that, like, I knew her. I've known her for 10 years. So maybe that would have been something that I might have had, like, my foot in the door a little bit to, like, get the job. But nope. So yeah, that fell through. I've been looking at other stuff, but I don't know. Just not feeling great about that. It's like I've I've done several. I've tried for several different jobs. I've done phone interviews and in-person interviews, and like they go fairly well, but then they're like, sorry, we're going with someone else. You know, and so that had me down also of I can't figure out how to get a job. It's just not working right now. So, but I at least have tried. I'm putting myself out there again. I might be taking a break, but we're slowly getting back into trying again. Okay, so I have 2 pieces of Deco left. I think this will go in my journal for their birthday. Yeah, this is my spread for the week. So appointments, to-do list, brain dump, physical therapy, which I have not been doing. I've been really bad about it, but that's gonna track it there. Affirmation sticker, laundry tracking. This is like dance tracking for like choreographies and different things that I want to work on. Note space and blank note space for the week. So there's that. Okay. So I'm going to go back and show you. Go there. Oops. Here. That's right. I didn't post anything in March. Okay. So this is the last spread, or the last video that I posted. This is how that week turned out. This was the next week. This is it was a monthly kit that was sent to me by a viewer from Sweet Quiet Designs. It's their Snack Attack. The date covers and date dots I got from a D-Stash. I think the to-do stickers are from a D-Stash. And the laundry time. Basically all the scripts are stuff I had that was separate. The clock was separate. The remember sticker was from like a kit that I had, and I just did like washi tape at the top. We did little headers. I can get this closer for you, sorry. And I think this is what they call like a full scatter. It was okay. But I'm so used to like, I guess the week before, appointments, to-do lists, and then like other stuff. So to do this, where it's like, this is appointments and to-do lists, and then this is to-do lists and appointments, and then appointments, to-do lists, having like it flipped, my brain didn't really do well. I started to do my to-do list where my appointments went, and so then I had to like cross it out and move it down here. So it's cute how it turned out, but it's not a for me spread for sure. The next week was Mario week, and the week we went down to Austin. I had a few Mario stickers left on a sheet from a shop that is closed. So I got to finish that off. I had Simply Gilded washi tape and then Skinny Happy Planner washi tape. All these checklists were left over from the Hobonichi Weeks kit. But this was like mostly leftovers. The date covers, the date dots. Everything was like leftovers. It was really nice to get this spread. To do this spread. I thought it was really fun. I like how it turned out. Definitely didn't fill in for the week that I was gone, but whatever. I'm still happy with the way it turned out. This is the week of St. Patrick's Day. I used one of my Hobonichi Weeks like date cover boxes and checklist kit from the 2024 Josephine Bow Designs Advent Calendar. And I paired it with Stardust, Simply Gilded Stardust washi tape and stickers that were left over from StickiiClub. So I got that sheet used up. I made sure to use every sticker from the Josephine Bow Designs kit also. So that was really nice to get it all. I got it all used. And I'm very happy with it. So like 2 sheets of stickers were used up this week. And there's so much. It was so pretty. And I did mix holographic with gold foil, but it's fine. You know, gold and rainbows for St. Patrick's Day tends to work out. So there's that. This was the next week. This was a Hobonichi Weeks size kit from HelloHappinessCo. And then I brought in these little box stickers and then these two guys in the tracker. So that turned out fairly nice. I really like it. And this was last week. This was the week of Easter. I used a Hobonichi Weeks kit. I think it might have had date covers, but it was like a partially used kit that I got from a D-stash. So it had like to-dos, the checklist, it had little strips of washi tape, the weekend banner, some deco and stuff. It was very off-cut. You can kind of tell with the weekend banner, maybe, that it was definitely everything. You get a bunch of white on the left and the right was kind of cut off. You can kind of see it with the checklist also. So yeah, that was last week. And then little duckies from Sweet Quiet Designs. These date covers were from a shop that doesn't sell them anymore, so I don't really remember. And the washi tape was something I got like in an advent calendar. So yeah. Oh no, this is so it's Tuesday for me, so that's why I said this is last week. This is last week, actually. This was the Rainy Autumn kit from Sweet Quiet Designs. It was a sub kit. I think this year it'll be 3 years ago that I got it, and I've used it at least 4 times. Maybe I've only used it. No, this 1, 2. This may be my third because I have one more set of date covers left. And we're going to use it up in November, hopefully. But yeah, I picked out like there's like a green, and the mustard kind of felt springy to me, so it's not too fall. Not too fall, not too spring, but it is like bright enough to feel spring, and I like rain themes. I'm a big fan of like umbrellas and rain boots and the rain jackets and clouds and rain and all that, so I like to use it as much as I can. And I'm excited I got to kind of pull in like a fall kit into spring. Things are falling. No, you don't fall. Okay. Yes, and then there's like a darker kind of, I think like an orange and a dark green. It's like a rust red kind of color. And like a rust red and a darker green. And we'll get that used up in November. But there's still going to be stickers left over, especially if I do this again. I did this kind of like a print impression style. I've been watching old Rachel Beauty Plans videos, and so I decided to give this a try. And so we're doing appointments on one side, to-do list on the other, and then doing like little notes at the bottom. So I've got like my Thunder games in. Not much is going on right now. Things have finally like calmed down, so it's nice to have some blank space in my planner. I'm totally fine with that. But I like this, and we'll definitely do it again. It might be in May. I might try for that. But yeah, so there's that. And then this is this week, which is a birthday week. I'm pretty sure I said that, but yeah, their birthday's on the 15th. Currently, I don't have anything going on. This is my monthly. I decided to put in like my Thunder games here. Regular season, I think, ends on the 12th, and I think postseason starts on the 18th, but I'm not for sure. Like the championship season, I know it starts in April and it goes into, I think it goes to the beginning of June. I think last year it did. Might be like the first weekend of June. I don't know. This is my first year watching basketball, so I'm not entirely for sure. But yeah, I put in the Thunder basketball games. Put them in here. That's kind of how March turned out. It's pretty cute. Pretty happy with it. And then I have my little leaf paper clip that was from like a StickiiClub sub pack. And then I like to have another, like the paperclip at the bottom is for the monthly, the one at the top is for my weekly. That's what's been going on. I'm sorry I was gone. I just kind of like stopped uploading. I didn't take pictures or do like, do like the posts where you could see my planner for the week, or do YouTube shorts or anything. I just kind of stopped. So I'm sorry about that. I'm thinking maybe going forward I might do like a video every other week for a bit, trying to get back into the weekly, but I also know I need to make sure I'm still looking for a job and handling some other things that I was putting off because of having YouTube videos. I just need to like time manage a little better, so it might be videos every other week before I can go back to weekly, but we'll see. So yeah, and then also I did decide to tab my planner. I wasn't for sure if I want, like I did want tabs, but I couldn't find tabs that I really liked. But I had these in my stash, and it kind of goes with this that I have going on in the front, how I decorated it. So I just kind of hope it'll look okay by the end of the year. We'll see. But anyway, there's my spread for the week. Okay, if you enjoyed this video, if you could give it a thumbs up, I'd really appreciate it. If you watched till the end, thank you. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I'm going to try to be more consistent going forward. So yeah, hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.